So I think I have finally isolated a common denominator to why I haven't been super thriving. I'm getting some results, but something's always missing. That, my friend, is insulin, and it's a carb and protein issue. And I've been flip-flopping between like high fat, high protein. What's going wrong? High sugar, no protein. Still something wrong. Let us talk.
He's walking somewhere.
So I've been carnivore 6 months and I feel like I'm waiting for the results to kick in. And if you're ever stuck in a path and you're married to that idea, like carnivore diet is the truth. Look, he healed on it, I'm gonna heal eventually. I'm suffering right now and things are going haywire, but it's just a healing. It's the vegan detox of the meat-based world. It's just like, yeah, eventually you adapt and you can run on protein even though it's the dirtiest burning fuel possible. And there's all these high protein diets out there and the sun has blessed our hearts. Is that ruining my exposure? It is? Uh-oh. So here's the deal. I've been eating super high fat for the past 2 weeks. It's been like 85% plus fat. It's like I'm almost a vegan with how little meat I eat. Even though it's all animal products, it's carnivore diet, but the protein, 250 grams of ground beef. It's almost one bite. And then the rest is just beef fat. I added a bit of salt to it because I'm done with flavorless beef fat. It tastes like nothing. It's like, imagine if cheese had no salt and no morphine. That's why you love cheese. It's both. It's a salty, creamy treat, and it has morphine in it. Queso morphines. Look them up. So it's like no more cheeseless beef fat for me. So little salt is like, okay. So this past 2 weeks, I can't believe how much more energy I have and how much better my mood is and everything. And even digestion seems like it could potentially get better soon. One day. I don't know, I've been doing saltwater flushes to make sure things are empty, but higher protein was causing me so many issues. Not only do I not have the stomach acid to digest it, so like we're having undigested protein stay in there too long. I was noticing it's just, if I eat a super high protein meal, it's in my gut for many hours. I eat one meal a day, and if I do mostly fat, it doesn't stay there too long unless I super overeat, which is raw beef fat. Why would you overeat that ever? It's disgusting. But I kept getting this forehead rash. It would come and go, but mostly come. And it was just staying there and it was spreading. Like I had it on my cheek. It's still slightly rough there. I was like, what the hell is happening? Like I've never had this issue. Even as a vegan, I had less issues. I was super bloated and depressed, but at least my face didn't have a rash on it. I don't know if it's keto rash or what, but the protein is just seeming to burden my kidneys with all this extra waste. If I only need 70 grams of protein to do my current monkey strength workouts, anything in excess of that is creating more nitrogen and ammonia, and my kidneys have to release it, and I'm burdening them, and it's like a Dr. Morse hippie detox thing where you keep your kidneys opening and you're filtering the toxins out, and some of us drink it back, and that's fine. Don't worry about that. But too much protein was causing the same issues as too much sugar for me. And that's when it finally kicked in. I was like, oh, when I eat super high protein, I'm getting the skin issues and digestion's off. When I'm fruit-based, sugar is doing the same thing. So it's insulin is the common factor between both of those. And it's probably not even the only reason, but I've always been bouncing between high carb and high fat, but on my high fat diets, it's also too high in protein. I didn't clear my skin until I went super high fat years ago, my first attempt on carnivore. I was carnivore for 11 months, skin issues the whole time, and then finally I thought I should try higher fat, like way higher fat. And I was having bacon and lard in there, and it was like liquid, and I was getting so nauseous that I had to quit eventually, but my skin did clear up, and I was like, oh, that was it. It was too much protein. I don't know why I didn't remember that, but that's exactly what happened. I've made the videos to prove it. So it's like super high fat seems to be what heals my skin. I'm avoiding the sugar and too much protein. Because when I was high fat vegan, I had better skin than most of my carnivore days. And I'm like, why? Did someone walk into my shot? Oh boy. it was the high fat. Vegan has no protein. There's not one amino acid in a vegan plant. Hey, puppies. There was a dog. Don't pretend there wasn't. So on the high fat vegan thing, I was doing green juices and big salads, and I was having nut yogurts, fermenting them to help them digest better. I had the worst digestion ever on that diet. My focus was 100% on how the hell do I get these salads out of my body. That's still my focus, only it's meat now. How do you leave? It's always been my issue, constipation. But on that vegan high-fat plan, like I'm having almonds, they're 12% protein, or macadamia nuts, and it's all these nut yogurts and flax oil, and my protein was like so low, unless I did hemp seeds, and they were so gross to me that I didn't do them very often. So it was like, it was a super low protein thing, and I was always confused, like, why isn't my skin clearing on carnivore? I'm high fat, just like I was on vegan. But it was too high in protein. That's my theory, and so far it seems to be panning out. I woke up this morning with way too much excitement to be alive, like that type of energy. That's what ketosis is. And protein knocks me out of it, and I get so tired after eating, whereas now I'm not getting that at all. It's like, holy cow, the energy. I just bought some ketone strips. They were dark purple this morning. I know that's not like the ultimate test, but I'm producing ketones. I drank some back today. They were not good. Do not make a ketone cake. That's not going to sell. But that seems to be the missing piece. For the longest time, I was like, what is irritating me? It's just meat. And then I would like avoid chicken. I thought chicken was giving me issues, but it's likely because I was eating a rotisserie chicken and I would eat more than half of it. Do you have any idea how much protein that is? Over 200 grams, like the chicken breast. And I was like, seems kind of, and then I would just add fat to it, but it's still too much protein. You can't just add fat to high protein. You have to lower the protein to screamingly shocking amounts of lowness. And then it like begs the question, why am I even carnivore at this point if protein is so like unimportant and the animal fats don't even taste good? Like I could totally see myself going vegan just for taste, but the nuts and seeds don't digest well. I do not handle avocados, and olives have too much salt. There's no high-fat solution to my problem. So like I stick with the animal fats for now, and then my oil-based vegan diet, it'll come one day. Just like nuts and oil. And since I'm eating so little protein, I do worry about deficiencies because that's where most of the nutrients come in. If you look at any of my days now, it's like I'm deficient in literally 95% of everything that is possible to take in. So my only hope is that breatharianism is real and I've converted and I'm just eating for fun. And it's not for the nutrients because I'm getting sky nutrients from the sky, ground earthing, we're exchanging. That's my only hope. Otherwise, we're switching to mostly liver as my protein source, and then just liver and fat. Yum. But that'll be nutrient dense. Don't pretend it won't be. So if you're struggling and you're confused, like what the hell is going on? Why aren't I healing? You're on your juice fast or your fruit-based diet. It's likely the sugar. It's like, okay, it's not just detox. You can't just detox forever. And if you're on carnivore, I said that weird, it could be too much protein, and then that's throwing off your electrolytes and all kinds of crazy things are happening. You're eating too much salt. It's too much salt, too much protein. Those can cause a lot of issues, and that's what everybody's saying to do. Just eat more protein and add lots of salt. You need 2 teaspoons of salt a day. I don't think we do even need anywhere close to that. Probably like a 1/4 teaspoon at best. That's what I'm experimenting. Just the slightest amount so this beef fat tastes like something. Boom. Egg yolks and beef fat. Yummy. That's what today's dinner is. Good times. And ground beef. So, seems to be like this is working. It's doing something. Lowering that protein. We're discovering things. And now it's just a journey of, can this taste good one day? That'd be nice. But it's a breatharian way. You eat and it's not like super exciting and you're not thinking of food much. And my meal's done in like half an hour now. So it's like I fast 23.5 hours a day. And I still do the dry fast 1 day a week. So it's good times. It works. You thumbing that up? I would. The reason you're actually thumbing this video down, as Nikon likely will lose me now that I'm out of my custom focus box. That's a bitch. Oh, that is a bitch and a half. The reason you're thumbing this video down is actually because your next diet experiment is to do nothing but olive oil, relish, green beans. I'm just listing random foods that I want to eat, and I'm not allowed to have any of them, but that's fine. I have control of my hunger and my desires, and I only eat for nourishment. I don't need the pleasure. My pleasure is being in nature, grounded on a mountain before the thunderstorm hits. How you doing? You subscribing for more videos? And I'll see you in the next one.